All right, everyone. Hello, my name is Colin. In this market update video, we're going to be talking about mortgage interest rates, inflation, home prices, inventory, and we're going to do all of that in under 5 minutes. We'll see. Let's get started. You can see in this graph that mortgage interest rates topped out in early November, late October, around 7%, and now they're down to around 6 to 6.25%. Why is that? You may have heard over the last year that the Federal Reserve has been raising their federal funds rate, and while that affects mortgage rates, it's not directly correlated to it. What mortgage rates have been following recently is inflation data, which has been getting better and better over the last few months. Now, there's a whole bunch of metrics that can be used to track inflation, but a really good one is the core CPI number. And you can see over the last few months that it's been trending downward, and so have mortgage rates with it. As those inflation numbers continue to get better through this year, as they're expected to, mortgage interest rates should follow. Now, there's a lot of optimists who are saying maybe we'll see interest rates as low as 5% this year.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I would maybe tamp down those expectations and expect 5.5% to 6% interest rates, at least for the first half of 2023. Now on to home sales. Something else you may have been hearing about is that home sales are dropping. And it's true that they are, but let's look deeper into the numbers. Now, I know there's probably a lot more numbers on this chart than you're wanting to look at, but let's break it down quick. So in 2022, median sales prices rose on average about 4.9% from 2021. If we break that down by month, this column is 2021 and this column is 2022, and this is the difference between them. And you can see if we go along each month, home prices rose every single month all the way through December of last year. But what you can see is the trend going downward. So homes are still appreciating, but at a lower rate. But why are you seeing news and articles of home sales dropping nationwide? Well, I'll show you. This chart is tracking home price appreciation over the last 12 months, and you can see that I have Minneapolis checked. Look at where we topped out at as far as home price appreciation, 14%. Now, 14% is really, really high. Over the last 50 years, home prices on average have been appreciating between 3 and maybe 6%. So 14 is crazy. But take a look at this. If we click on Phoenix, look at where their numbers are at. They were appreciating at almost 35%. 33% was their peak. And you can see how much that has dropped off in recent months. Now, other markets are experiencing this too, like Austin, Texas, and San Diego. So no wonder why our national home sales are dropping. But talking about national home sales is like talking about national weather. There's no such thing. There's only local weather and local forecasts. Now, you might say, what's preventing that number from continuing to go downward and start depreciating? I'll show you that too with inventory. You can see this chart goes all the way back to 2005 when we had 23,000 homes for sale. Look at where we are now. We have 7,500 homes for sale. It's lower than it has almost ever been before, and with interest rates expected to continue downward, what do you think is going to happen with home prices? They're probably going to continue upward, but not at that 14%, probably more at that 3 to 5% price appreciation range. The first takeaway from this video is that most people are not expecting interest rates to go up throughout this year. In fact, they're expecting them to go down, but we're probably not going to see those 2.5%, 3% interest rates that you're so used to. Second takeaway is home prices are probably going to continue to go upward, but not at a rate that we've seen in the past 2 years. Buyers, what this means for you is you're probably not going to have to go $40,000 over asking because there's 15 to 20 other offers. You're probably going to be able to negotiate a little bit more with sellers, even maybe get some closing costs paid for in some circumstances. But remember, any home that's in good condition at a great price is going to be competitive, because if you like that home, other people are going to like that home too. And sellers, I don't think you have to worry about the market crashing and you not being able to sell your home. It's still a competitive market and it's still a seller's market, but you can't just throw your home on the market with no work. You're probably gonna have to put some work in, so it's time to make those repairs, it's time to paint, get new carpet, declutter, all of those things that are gonna allow a buyer to see your home in the best light. All right, everyone, that's all I got for you. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Did I do it in under 5 minutes? I don't know.